What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today, and to the request of some, I'm going to be reviewing each game of this Stanley Cup Final. It was requested by a few people, and I decided, why not? What else do you got going on right now? There's no other series going on, nothing else. Else we can calm it down and look at each game individually. So we'll start with Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final, which happened yesterday. It's starting at 7 p.m. Vegas won this game 5-2. And I did not think Vegas was going to win Game 1, I'm going to be honest. Coming in, Florida had all the momentum, and maybe that rest just got to them, but Vegas came out, they played a good game, and it was a close game until the third period. I'm wearing the jersey that I wore during the game last night, my Jonathan Marchessault gray jersey, if I could turn it around. Neck hurts a bit, had a party last night, so I was watching the game with a bunch of family members. So, let's get into this game. In the first period, while shorthanded, Florida gets the first goal of the Stanley Cup Final. At 10:20, it's a Florida shorthanded goal from Eric Staal. It's his second of the playoffs from Lindell. You probably won a whole lot of money if you had him scoring the first goal of the final. And it's 1-0 Florida early as they get the start. But then at 2:42, near the end of the period, Vegas ties it on the power play. It's my guy, Jonathan Marchessault. Where's my number? Where's the 81? Screw it. Turn all the way around. Jonathan Marchessault, 81. There it is. His 10th of the playoffs from Stevenson and Theodore, which makes it 1-1. And we go to the second period where the goalies decide, okay, it's our time to shine. Adin Hill makes probably the save of the playoffs a minute in on Nick Cousins. Tkachuk throws it to the front of the net. Cousins is there. Hill's going the complete opposite direction, just throws his stick back and prays that it hits. It does, and keeps it out. And then Bobrovsky has an around-the-world save as his pads go in the air, and he makes that save. And he makes another pretty good save. He also had stopped a couple breakaways. He stopped one on Howden. He stopped one on Stone, I believe, as well. So Bobrovsky, I thought, was playing the better of the two goalies. But then again, Hill wasn't being as tested as much, I thought. 9:06, it's a Vegas goal to Shea Theodore to make it 2-1, his first of the season, from McNabb and Howden. And he decided, I'm just going to do this myself. He goes around two. Duclair was hurt on a blocked shot, so he's kind of just skating around him, and it goes around another. Walks right in, shoots, goes past three guys, including Bobrovsky, and Vegas is up 2-1. However, with 11 seconds to go in the second period, Anthony Duclair, the former Blackhawk, with his fourth of the playoffs, unassisted off the face-off. Of 11 seconds remaining in the period, and that could be a killer. And it's 2-2 going into the third. We're in the third. Vegas scores. It's Zach Whitecloud at 13:01 to make it 3-2. Second of the playoffs from Barbashev and Eichel. And so Vegas is in control of this game. And then to make it 4-2 at 6:19, it's a Vegas goal by Mark Stone, his seventh of the playoffs, unassisted. At that point, I thought the game was over and we're set. But then Tkachuk gets thrown out because there's a bunch of scrubs going on. He sucker punches Nick Hague in the face after tearing his helmet off. And I was kind of like, Tkachuk, what in the actual bleep are you doing? He gets a 10-minute misconduct along with a double minor for roughing, I think it was. I think roughing. Excuse me, I just had that was weird. But, Tkachuk gets thrown out. Vegas has a power play for the rest of the game. And on that power play, Florida tries to pull the empty netter. It doesn't work because at 1:45, it's a Vegas empty net power play goal. Riley Smith with that one, his third of the playoffs from Eichel, makes it 5-2. Shots in this game actually favored Florida. Penalty minutes definitely favored Florida. I'm pretty sure it was like 32-8 when the Tkachuk misconduct happened. And I didn't really care about face-offs or hits in this game. It was pretty physical to start the game. Both teams came out flying. But Vegas played a pretty good game, and honestly, I thought Florida did as well until the third period. They lost composure, and they ended up taking a lot of penalties. And they probably should have taken more. There was one play where Marchessault literally got his stick taken out of his hands, and a Florida player brought it to the bench, and they didn't call it. Vegas was on the power play at the time, so I'm not sure what that was supposed to do, what that player was supposed to do. But, so early morning recap here. Vegas wins Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Every game Vegas wins, I'm probably going to be wearing one of these jerseys. So I have 4 of them, and hope to be getting that 5th soon. But I got 2 Florida jerseys in case they win any games as well, so I can wear those. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Tell me down below who you think is going to win Game 2. See ya.